What if the fate of a nation hinged on a bitter conflict that tore families apart? Imagine living in a time where ideals of freedom and equality clashed with deeply ingrained traditions. The American Civil War was just that, a tumultuous struggle that forever altered the course of history. We'll journey together through the explosive causes of this conflict, explore the key battles that defined it, and navigate the challenging road to reconciliation. Are you ready to uncover the untold stories behind this dark chapter in American history? Let's dive in. The roots of the Civil War run deep within the fabric of American society. To truly understand this conflict, we need to peel back the layers and explore its multifaceted causes, which can be categorized into several key factors. At the heart of the conflict was the issue of slavery. Picture the southern states, vast plantations where the economy thrived on enslaved labor. Families depended on this system, often at the cost of human lives and dignity. Meanwhile, in the North, a powerful abolitionist movement was gaining momentum, fueled by moral outrage. As people spoke out against the injustices of slavery, tensions escalated, leading to violent confrontations that would echo through the nation. Southern states fiercely believed in their right to govern themselves, particularly regarding slavery. They felt the federal government was overstepping its bounds and infringing upon their rights. This belief became a rallying cry, stoking the flames of secession and deepening the rift between North and South. Imagine two very different economies. The North, bustling with factories and innovation, and the South, deeply rooted in agriculture and traditional practices. This economic divide created competing interests that further polarized the nation. Each side fought to protect its way of life, often at the expense of the other. Beyond economics, cultural identities played a crucial role. The North and South developed distinct ways of life, leading to misunderstandings and increasing conflict. This cultural clash deepened the divide, as people began to see each other not as fellow Americans, but as adversaries, caught in a struggle for their beliefs and values. Key political events like the Missouri Compromise and the Kansas-Nebraska Act attempted to bridge the divide, but ultimately heightened tensions. When Abraham Lincoln was elected in 1860, opposing the expansion of slavery, many Southern states saw it as a direct threat to their way of life. As frustrations boiled over, the South made the heartbreaking decision to secede from the Union, igniting the flames of war. The Civil War was a dramatic tapestry of battles, each with its own significance. Let's explore some of these pivotal moments that shaped the course of the war. The war began at Fort Sumter in South Carolina, where Confederate forces fired upon the Union-held fort. This moment marked not just the start of open hostilities, but the beginning of a brutal conflict that would change countless lives forever. The First Battle of Bull Run was the first major land battle. The Confederates emerged victorious, shattering the North's hopes for a quick resolution and proving that this war would be long, bloody, and costly. Known as the bloodiest single-day battle in American history, Antietam left around 22,000 casualties in its wake. The enormity of this tragedy forced President Lincoln to issue the Emancipation Proclamation, transforming the war into a fight not just for the Union, but for freedom itself. Often considered the turning point of the war, the Battle of Gettysburg saw the Union emerge victorious, halting Lee's invasion of the North and rekindling Northern morale. The bravery displayed on that battlefield became a powerful symbol of hope and resilience. The Siege of Vicksburg granted the Union control over the Mississippi River, effectively splitting the Confederacy in two. This strategic victory was crucial in the Union's quest for ultimate triumph. The final engagement of the Civil War saw General Lee surrender to General Grant, marking the end of a devastating conflict. The heartache and loss experienced by both sides left deep scars on the nation, reminding us of the price of division. After the smoke cleared, the United States faced the monumental task of rebuilding and reconciling a nation torn apart by conflict. The Reconstruction era, 1865 to 1877, aimed to integrate formerly enslaved people into society and rebuild the South. However, this effort met fierce resistance, including the rise of groups like the Ku Klux Klan, who sought to undermine progress and instill fear in communities striving for equality. These amendments were critical in securing civil rights for African Americans. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery, the 14th granted citizenship, and the 15th secured voting rights. Each amendment represented a monumental step toward justice, but the road ahead was far from smooth. Despite these advancements, racial tensions simmered beneath the surface. Many Southern states enacted Jim Crow laws, enforcing racial segregation and disenfranchising African Americans. This led to an ongoing struggle for equality that would resonate through generations. The Civil War left a lasting impact on American society, politics, and culture. It raised important questions about federal authority, civil rights, and the role of government in addressing social issues. The journey toward reconciliation was long and fraught with challenges, but it laid the groundwork for future civil rights movements that would continue to fight for justice and equality. The American Civil War was a defining moment in U.S. history, rooted in complex causes and marked by significant battles. The aftermath of the war created a legacy that continues to shape our society today, raising critical questions about justice and equality. As we reflect on this period, let's remember the lessons learned and strive for a more united and just society. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the American Civil War. If you found this exploration insightful, share your thoughts and continue learning about this pivotal moment in history.